Well, good morning. Today is the 25th day of March. We're getting down to the tail end. The time is 9 o'clock. The board is in session to conduct its weekly business meeting. All three commissioners are present. If we could also have you identify yourself for the record, starting over here.
Brad Smith, Assessor's Office.
Michaela Owens, Development Services.
Bob Perkins, Ada County Procurement. Alex Murray, Operations.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
Real IT guy.
Keith Robordi with the clerk's office.
Richard Beck, Development Services.
Beth Mott, Treasurer.
Well, thank you. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
They are not.
Okay, well, good. First item on our agenda is the appointments of two people to the Development Impact Fee Advisory Committee, terms to expire 3/25/29. Lee Jolay and Michael Wardle. I've interviewed them both, and I'd like to recommend to the board that we appoint them. Do we have any discussion or issues or a motion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Just as this is an important subject that we're trying to resolve with the city, so I think this is really important that we get those people back on the board.
Yeah, well, and they've been, we've had a couple of vacancies on there for a little while, so. Anyway, yeah, and we are working with the cities to get a development impact fee, approved. So, okay, I'll accept the motion.
I move we appoint Lee Jolay and Michael Wardle to the Development Impact Fee Advisory Committee with terms to expire 3/03/25/29.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have a couple of unfinished business items. I'd accept a motion to remove unfinished business from the table.
I'll move the agenda to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
I second the motion.
Okay, well, you've heard the motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye? Motion carried. Okay, first up, we have Development Services. We have Todd and Kimberly Woods. We have some revised findings of fact.
That's correct, Mr. Chairman, the commissioners, thank you. Yeah, this, if you recall, this was an application for a vacation, an easement vacation, and a variance for a property out in east of Cuna and Desert View Estates. They were building a pole barn, discovered they were too close to their septic tanks, so had to push it a little bit closer to the property line. After considering all the evidence and testimony that was presented that night, which did include a letter of support from the property owner who was most directly affected, you voted to approve and directed our staff member Michaela Owens to prepare revised findings of fact, which we are pleased to present for your consideration this morning.
Well, who would oppose vacation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the revised findings and fact and conclusions of law for application 2024-02-2738-EAC-V, Todd and Kimberly Woods, as listed on the agenda.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have warrant of a bid. Go ahead, item. Hello, Bob.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners.
Before you, we've only got one Bob in here.
Solo Bob.
So, Bob.
Before you this morning under unfinished business, for procurement is the award of bid 25040, the Expo Idaho South Parking Lot Lighting Circuit Replacement. And the evaluation team has reviewed the two bids received for this project and has a recommendation for award letter for your consideration.
Could you read the letter?
I'd be happy.
Thank you.
It's a letter dated March 25th, 2025 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding bid 25040. Dear members of the board, after reviewing the bid submitted, it is the recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for bid 25040 to Pacific Source Electric as the lowest responsive bidder for the total bid amount of $935,885.
No sense?
No sense.
Okay. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, well, I'd accept the motion.
I move that we award bid 25040 to Pacific Source Electric for $935,835.
$885.
$885.
Second.
Okay, well, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Okay, next up, new business, we have a resolution. I'll open the public hearing on resolution number 3081, a resolution approving an agreement between Idaho and the Idaho Transportation Department, authorizing the sheriff to apply for subgrants from ITD under the agreement for fiscal year 2024. And this resolution includes an agreement within it. Any questions or issues on the resolution? Anyone wants to speak to it? You gotta speak to it, don't you?
Chairman, I have nothing on that
You
one.
have nothing on that one? Okay, well, is there any other, issues before us before I close the hearing? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on, resolution number 3081 and call for a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3081 with agreement number 30499 as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have some catering permits. We have 12 catering permits, 1 new license, and 87 license renewals. Any question or discussion on any of the alcohol licenses before us? Hearing none, I would accept a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the 12 catering permits, the 1 new license, and the 87 license renewals as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of
Second.
Okay, well, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And next up, we have the clerk with us. We have a deputy clerk.
Chairman Begg.
Go ahead.
Good morning. Commissioners, good morning as well. As you noticed on the agenda, hot and heavy with the license renewals. I did check in with the team, and we've got roughly right at about 1,000 alcohol license holders that we work with, and we've currently processed about 500 of them. So
We're about half through.
about half through, so this will be the norm for the next several weeks. So
Okay.
we'll be pushing them through. We've got to get them all compliant for that June 1 kickoff. So credit to the team, they've been really proactive. They've been focused on the new software swap to go from the Helion system to the Tyler technology. So they've been very proactive with our license holders to get them
We've got a helium
compliant.
system.
Helion is
Oh,
the
Helion.
current recorder system, and we won't miss that.
We won't
come-
miss it.
Come April 7th. So
Okay, good enough.
that's kind of the world in the recorders, and we're just getting focused on budget and all the big things that the clerk's office will be focused on coming up. So I'll hold for any questions.
Good, go ahead.
This, now, this is a new process, right, for them to go through electronically and stuff?
Chairman Beck, Commissioner, good question. This process is exactly the same as it has been. This is using the software that we've had in place for years to come. However, when we transition April 7th, those that are going for their license renewal will be in the new system, so it'll be a learning curve for our team as well. We do have Tyler Technology staff on site for the first week of go live, but the unknown's still the unknown. So we're trying to get as many of our 1,000 license holders completed before we switch over to the new software systems. And hopefully we can get most of them done before that switch. But good question, still using the same Helion system that they know.
So, and they're aware, I guess my question is, because there's 500 and 1,000, they're aware that this is coming, I guess.
Chairman, Commissioner, they are. We've been working with our public information officer. They've been blasting out strategic communications left and right.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
They're probably pretty happy, aren't they?
I haven't
You don't
told
know?
them, but
Okay. All right, anything else?
no, sir.
You about ready to open up the elections office?
We've still got some work to do.
Got some work to do.
Got some work to do, Chairman. We're excited. We can see the vision now that they got the ramp chutes up on the second floor so they could get all the demo out. That really changed the perspective, and then they started framing in everything, and once the sheetrock's up here very soon, you can really tell what the footprint will actually look like. So the team's getting really excited and starting to see this demo in the site kind of deal. But we've got some work to do still.
Well, great. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the Claims Journal. Any questions or issues with the Claims Journal? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to authorize payment of claims on the Claims Journal dated March 21st, 2025.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Next up, we have personnel actions, two conditional pay increases and one job reclassification. Any issues or questions on the personnel actions? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have Brad from the Assessor's Office with us. Hello, Brad.
Morning, Mr.
You
Chairman.
Walmart
Commissioners.
today?
Yes, we do have Walmart on the agenda. But first, I'd like to talk a little bit about our City of Star. Just recently opened the driver's license out there, which that's the sheriff's part. We partnered with the mayor, sheriff's office, and we remodeled our DMV out there. So just want to talk about for a second, it's just a great opportunity for these small communities. I know they don't enjoy coming into the big city, so anytime we can really get out there, provide services, is I think just a great opportunity for local government to
Well,
really.
benefits Kane County as well, doesn't
It benefits a few counties out
it?
there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we do have a Q-Matic out there, so we will be able to track the number of transactions that we have. As you know, our office does registration and titles, they'll be doing
Right.
driver's license. So we will be tracking the number of customers out there. And from what I've heard so far and kind of preliminary numbers, it seems to be pretty good success. So we're really looking forward to having that partnership.
Well, it seems like the ITD is not really following, they wanted to go to all automatic mail-in registration, and that's not really happening, is it?
Mr. Chairman, that's correct. And they expected our numbers to drop by like 70 or 80% within the first couple of years. And I was just looking at our numbers yesterday, and we're moving up a little bit, but nowhere near what they predicted. So until they figure things out at the state, we'll continue to provide a really good service at our bricks and
I
mortar.
think people like to look at somebody when they're doing business, and particularly with regard to their car.
That's a good point. Yeah, we were seeing, even though it does cost a little bit more to come into the facilities,
Yeah.
we're still continuing to get people in there, so. And so we're really satisfied. I know Clayton, he's our DMV supervisor. I mean, it took a lot of work partnering with everyone and getting the Q-Matic out there, and he did an outstanding job getting everything put together. So if you get an opportunity, swing out there and take a look.
Yeah, I'd like to mention we're gonna open, but,
Yeah.
couldn't make it. Anyway, so you wanna give us these tax cancellations?
Yep, we have 15 tax adjustments, and obviously you can see Walmart on there. That is a huge victory. We've been dealing with Walmart in court for a couple of years now, and just a great resolution, and thanks to the prosecutor's office for helping us navigate that.
We had a good expert witness too, didn't
We did, and we had the best.
we? Yeah.
Of course, we appreciate Walmart settling with us, so technically, nobody won. If they want to be
Correct.
happy about, we didn't beat them, they did settle, so
Correct.
we appreciate that.
Yep. Well, good. Well, I accept the motion then on the tax cancellations and sub-roll.
I'll move to approve the tax cancellations as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we need a separate motion for the sub-roll?
Where's that
I
included?
don't think so.
Okay. Good enough. Well, we have with us our distinguished treasurer. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I just wanted to add a few additional comments regarding the tax cancellations and specifically the Walmart. As you know, these are adjustments, and I just wanted to make clear that Walmart does pay taxes.
Oh, sure they do.
They did pay their 2023 in full. The 2024, the second half is still owing next June. So we will promptly process these tax cancellations, and then we will send Walmart a notice for the second half that will be due in June. So just wanted to clarify that, because I know they're big dollar amounts, big names.
Sure.
People have said to me, once they saw this, oh, they don't pay, but
They do.
they are paying, so.
It's just an adjustment.
Just an adjustment. And on that note, I'm so proud of our team. As you know, we process these adjustments regularly. We are completely caught up. And the reason that's important is just to have a clear, clean tax record as we prepare for these second half notices. So except for these 15 cancellations just approved, we are fully caught up.
When do you send out the second half notices?
We will send those in early May.
Early May. Okay. Any other questions to our treasurer?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead.
that might be useful to just explain the process for people, just general people as well as Walmart. They can appeal, they appeal if they disagree, either a commercial or a residential. And once they go through that appeal, then there is a process for determining what the correct amount is. And that's what Walmart did here, and that's what we did, as you explained. So that's a process everybody has available to them, and we did this, and it was, as described, equitable to both parties in terms of the resolution. So we appreciate all the work that's been done.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner, you are right, there's a process to appeal. I would just reiterate that process relates to the value. Once it's reduced to a tax bill, you can't challenge the taxes owed, but you
It's
can
the value.
just the value.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, we have the minutes. We need a motion to authorize the minutes. I accept the motion.
I move to approve the minutes of the open business meeting 3/18/2025 and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second. Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have 6 interim events at Expo Idaho. Any questions or issue about any of the events? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda for Expo Idaho, Western Idaho Fair, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any questions or issues? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, thank you. Next up, we have Barber Park Education and Event Center. We have 2 agreements. Any questions or issues on the agreements? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve the Parks and Waterways agreements for Barber Park Education and Event Center as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have 1 trash billing services. We have a bankruptcy proof of claim. Any questions or issues about this proof of claim? Hearing none, I would accept the motion.
I'll move to authorize or to accept the bankruptcy proof of claim in case number 24-00694-BPH, and authorize the chair to sign the document on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have, next up, we have an administrative order, agreement number 15393-1-24, Ada County Juvenile Detention for fiscal year 2025 operating plan. Any questions or issues on the agreement from Juvenile Services? Hearing none, I would accept a motion.
I move to approve agreement number 15393-1-24 as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And next up, we have 12 agreements to approve. Any questions or discussion on any of the agreements?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
got one for the landfill. I see Herb's up on the bridge. Agreement between Ada County and Blue Ridge Services for comprehensive operations review of the landfill. Herb, maybe you could talk about that one.
Herb, do you want to say something about that agreement?
Sure. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. The project or agreement number 30453 between Ada County and Blue Ridge Services is for the landfill site to facilitate a comprehensive operations review, essentially helping us look at how we can improve our safety practices, operational practices to help control and improve efficiencies, maximize cost. I'm really excited about this project. This firm has been performing core assessments nationwide throughout the country, along with international activities as well. I do believe that we will be able to find some additional ways how we can improve our operations along with our safety at the landfill site.
Okay. Any questions or issues on any of the other agreements?
Let me see, we're doing the mock trial foundation again. We've hosted that before, which is, we get all the high school students doing mock trial competitions, get to use the courthouse. So I think that's a good program.
Yep.
And Mr. Chairman, there's 6 of them that are fair events that we're approving to move forward for the planning well for the fair. And then there's one, K is also the Ada County Victim Center, redoing some things over there to help our tenants that are over there. So
Yep.
those are good agreements as well.
All right, I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
Second motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any other business needs to be brought before the board? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you. Thank you. Today is the 25th day of March. The time is 9:23. The board is in session, acting as the Board of Emergency Medical Services District to conduct its weekly open business meeting. Commissioner Davidson and myself are present. Commissioner Daly is currently absent. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are not.
Okay, we have with us, Chief Rain on the bridge. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning.
And we have with us
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
Elizabeth Duncan, an IT guy. All right. We'll take up the first item on the business, the claims journal. I'll accept a motion on the claims journal. Okay.
I'll move to authorize payment of the claims in the Claims Journal dated March 21st, 2025.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Any questions or issues? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. We have personnel actions. Any questions or issues with any of the personnel actions? None, I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. We have the approval of the minutes from the 3/18 meeting. Any questions or issues on the minutes? I'll accept a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have agreement number 30447, agreement between Ada County Emergency Medical Services District and the Race to Roby Creek for Emergency Medical Services. This is an annual event. When is this, Chief Rain?
I'm not, Mr. Chair, I'm not sure of the exact date. It's probably a few weeks out. It's usually
Yeah.
mid-April.
Typically, it's, the second or third week of it's on a Saturday, correct? Yeah, and they take off here and run up to Roby Creek. All right, any questions on this agreement?
Sean, how's that working out on a year-to-year basis, this big event?
Good, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Davidson, we've done this race or covered this event since I started back in 1995. It's always worked out really well. We do have an agreement with them that if temperatures are forecast to be over 70 degrees for the day, that we're going to add more personnel to the race. We found that if we get temperatures over 70, like if the race was tomorrow, it would be a much bigger deal than if it was 50 degrees. So, but it has worked out well for us over the years.
All right, I'd accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the agreement as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Right?
Motion carries, thank you. Now, we get our famous EMS update. Go ahead, John.
Not very famous today, Mr. Chair, but just a quick update. The governor did sign House Bill 206 and 207 last week, so it's been signed into law. That means the EMS Bureau will be moving over to the Military Division July 1st of this year. So that's going to be quite the operational move to get them over there. But we're excited, and I think it's a good first step for EMS in Idaho.
Okay. Well, good enough. Anything else you want to fill us in on?
That is it for today.
All right, well, if there's no other business, we'll be adjourned. Thank you, Sean.